guys, today I wanted to share with you what I have found to be the safest way to split kindling. Now, the traditional way of splitting kindling normally entails a hatchet, and basically you're hammering down on the piece of wood and normally holding it with the other hand, and you're splitting it up into kindling. Now, I've done this for many years, and up until last year I sliced open my thumb and I got stitches, and that wasn't fun. So I started looking for better ways of splitting kindling, and this is what I came up with. Now, this was invented by a girl in either Germany or New Zealand, I believe, and I'm not sure if this was her idea originally, but she's just kind of the one that patented it. And basically what I have is I have a fixed blade that's attached to my working stump. Now, this is a lot safer for the main reason, instead of having the blade coming down, the blade is always fixed. So you don't have to worry about it getting away from you, which unfortunately happened to me. And basically what I have here is a piece of 1/4-inch plate, and I believe it's 3 or 4 inches wide. I know it's 8 inches high. And I've ground out an edge on the top and along the back side, and you'll see why in a minute. So, and then I just took a couple pieces of bar stock that was laying around, and I drilled out 4 holes, and it should be screwed on in all 4 sections, but I only have 2 screws in it right now for testing, and it's worked out very well. And the way this works is I take my chunks of wood here, which are obviously smaller than the fireplace chunks of wood. My fireplace chunks of wood are normally 16 inches. These normally range between 8 and 10 inches. So I come over here on my chopping block, and I take my axe here and I chop these kindling logs into sizable or manageable pieces. And then I basically come over here and I pretty much chop it down into kindling. Now, the way I hammer this wood down on this edge here is with this wooden hammer that I made, which is fairly simple to make. You can make one of your own. This hammerhead piece of wood is basically a recycled piece of wood that came off the frame of an old pallet. And then this is just a piece of round hardwood that I had laying around. And I believe this is called a mortise and tendon joint. So what I did, I drilled a hole going into this hammerhead, and then I took a wood chisel and I chiseled it out square. And then as for this handle, I just took a wood rasp and I basically filed it into, I guess that would be called a tendon, or in plain terms, it's square. And I snugged that up tight, so I really hammered it down in there. And it doesn't really need the nail, but the nail just also helps prevent the handle from sliding out. So yeah, it's just great to use a wood hammer because you won't damage your cutting edge. So I'm also going to share with you my kindling cutting station, and this is basically a knot in a tree, which I was going to have a hell of a time trying to split through with a splitting maul to begin with. And basically this was originally a Y, and what I did, I cut out a section of it right here, and that's pretty much my seat, and that's my work table. Now, I had to add another log here that's about 3 or 4 inches onto my seat here because my work platform was a little high, so that just raises my body up, and I have a workstation that's more comfortable to work in. While we're here checking out the workstation, I also want to mention how I store my kindling and how I process it. So what I keep it in, these are basically planting pots from a nursery. And if you visit your local landscaping company, they're always looking to get rid of these. I was a landscaper for a while, and we always just kind of threw these out, but these are good to save. They're great for moving around kindling. And the way I process my kindling is all the long pieces, normal size pieces, they go into that bin. And then any smaller scrap pieces, I throw them in here. So I try to collect everything I can, you know, because these will take a flame a lot easier than, say, something like that. Safety tip, always wear gloves.